thing. Gotta rename the podcast. We gotta rename this thing. Yeah. No, I don't like the name of it. Um, yeah, we don't have to really think of anything just yet, I would say. Um, More like watch some videos and talk about it. We'll just throw some shit up there and see how it goes. I've got a map slideshow. I could show multiple screens if you wanted to see them. But this main screen most of the time is probably gonna suit your needs. It's rare that I'll play media off that, and I can always show that screen if that's needed. To some degree, like I can like just show screens anywhere. Huh? Yeah, let's watch it. This is a good one. It's a good one. It's yeah. Does this sound good to you? And that map doesn't even do it justice. The map doesn't do it justice either. Um, it So I think they had the arcs. I think they kept arcs in them. Like really, and when I say arcs, they're these mythical objects that were um, had special electrical properties. A lot of times people thought they were generators. The way they got them moved in there, they had to use some. So either they were. I Sometimes I wonder if these things weren't built. Sometimes I think these things were built so long ago that they were probably built by giants. It's like the easiest explanation. I mean, there's some, there's some evidence. But just from a sheerly logistics standpoint, look how big that chamber is. Imagine if your head could, like, if you stood straight up, you had like a foot above you. How tall would you be? You'd be like 10, 11 foot tall. Now, if there were like 10 of you, you could totally lift one of those. And you could even probably use, like, let's say a long time ago, it was better maintained, and the corridors were better maintained, and they could, like, get some, like, heavy equipment, like, akin to, like one of our loaders, like our forklift loaders. You know the ones I'm talking about, the little electric powered ones that scoot around. Yeah, but imagine if it was built for someone who was 10 foot tall and probably also had mastered some form of levitation too. You know, like you jack, you know, how you, like drive it in there, push it forward. You know, like with a forklift, or yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe they were a little bit smaller, but they had really precise stuff like what are those things called? They're just the little loaders that they use in like Home Depot and car shops and stuff with the forks on them. Forklift, yeah, just like a forklift, but it was built for like 10 foot, you know, 10 foot tall people. You can totally do that shit. So you don't have to like think too crazy. Not really, not in that kind of space. Yeah, but you're talking no, because you're talking about like drilling into the bedrock up above and having lots of pulleys, and then you start working against like the technology they had for ropes. Like you would, it's serious apparatus. There'd be evidence of it, and there just is no evidence of it. They did not use that. They do actually give them. So here's something that I've heard someone talk about is that you shouldn't underestimate um, the ancient the dynastic Egyptians. You shouldn't underestimate them. So they had mastered quite a bit of this leverage with wood, and not but they didn't use wheels, but they did use like big logs and stuff, and used levers. And they definitely used rope, but some of the structures that they made are much more simple. Like they did stand up some pretty gosh darn big stones, and they wrote about it too. Like they bragged about it on their hieroglyphs. So for you just having simple tools, they did kind of figure out how to do a couple of these things. But that's not the original structures, right? Like those are fundamentally built at different times. So like those were admittedly created after some of the more ancient structures. So let's see if I can find more of that. Um, it's fun stuff. Let's see what videos I got here. I got just about anything. I see. I like this one here. This guy's has a bunch more videos. It's just an old one I have. So I I would give them some credit for some like oh my gosh, I need to turn the volume down. I'd give them some credit for some pretty crazy stuff, you know? Yeah, sure. Why not? Like I see a lot of these videos of them doing that stuff with stone, but this is really soft stone, you know? It's not dolerite and granite. And if you go and put really accurate measuring tools on it, like it's not going to be perfect, you know. It can be real close, but I really think that most of these stones and stuff that you see were milled, and some of them it looks like some like they were built at different spots, like they were heated. I wonder. I think I actually have a picture of it. It depends on the site, but well above what we can do, surprisingly. Let's see here. There was one. Yeah, here's a picture. Everything's sort of for you. So this is some interesting stuff that shows up at a variety of sites. So it's clear that they had some kind of like alchemical heat. Um, like there's different technologies that they were using for sure. Um, right, right. I know it's pretty cool. It's cool. It's cool. So you got to give them some credit for some of this stuff, but most of these kinds are attributed to older, not dynastic Egyptians, and some of these were done elsewhere, like Peru. It almost looks like some of these stones. Some of those stones over there are what do you call it? Cut in place. Like I don't even know how to describe it. Like how did they get those in there? And they're three-dimensionally accurate too. They're not just you know one edge is accurate. It's accurate all the way through these blocks, and some of these blocks are really thick too. Like they're big blocks. Just don't even know how they did some of this stuff. But like so that notch cut on the top right is like must have been cut. So it was cut real accurate, almost jointless. Like you can see the how it's tapered. But do you see what I'm saying? Yep, right. So then and then heated. So that's crazy. I mean, and there's yeah, but like hot, like heated up. Like I bet you, you know, yeah. It's like this is the right amount of material to fit in this slot. We just heat it up and just shove it in there. Because it's a wall, we don't really care if we're off a little bit. Like a big torch. Like I honestly here's some of the stuff is that like what I'll grant you if you say these people are more like 10 foot tall, then like seeing one of them like pick up one of these like bigger blocks and sticking it on their leg or something, and then like sticking a torch to it and like heating it up in a more simple way like makes sense. It actually works really well. They don't have to be super, but they do have to be big and strong. They have to be bigger and stronger than us. Otherwise, you just because then yeah, well then they can start using stuff like big sticks and stones, like and leverage systems that are simple. You understand? Like they really could work with these stones and drag these things if they could manipulate like the forest, like go and if their axes are a little bit bigger and they can kind of just go chop down trees, and they had maybe let's say that they even lived at a time where trees were bigger, like a really long time ago. Like these structures must have been. Yeah, here's the. Well, that's something I'm thinking about. Here's what I'm thinking though, is that because of that would mean that like there's just no way the Earth was like that, like say 100,000 years ago or 200,000 years ago. I don't think it changes that fast. Like I would say that that's more like millions of years ago. So that would mean that the pyramids have to be like millions of years old, and some of these things we run into are millions of years old. Unless you think there was giants running around 100, 200,000 years ago. That's I don't have I don't have any, of course I don't have any sources to back this up, but just like something tells me that like these structures have to be a lot older than we give them credit for, like a lot older. Like let's say 5 or 10 million years ago. Like who knows? Like I don't know. Like my science and biology isn't good enough to be able to tell you like. But also they're also starting to talk about like alien. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I do. That's another thing too. Is I think that we wholly underestimate. Um, right. Yeah. Metal. Metal won't last forever. It won't make this kind of stuff. Right. Right. Sometimes makes you wonder like how old some of these structures really are. I know, right? And some like how delicate the work is on it. And I've heard. Well, I've also seen pictures of stuff that looks like it's some of the stuff has been changed. Yeah, like the writing on it and stuff. So like it could be older than we think it is. This is actually interesting because this is you asked me about some of this stuff, finding it, and so like the Greeks and the Romans, for being a fairly ancient civilization compared to us, at least 2,500 years old. But who knows? Maybe it's older. Just some of the structures that they built and the stones that they were built out of. Like there's only so much um, I can take when it comes to belief in how like horse and buggy and bronze tools and stuff could make this stuff. Um, like I don't want to underestimate the power of like manpower. I really don't. But at the same time, I just sometimes think that like you start bumping up against like the laws of physics and with the systems that you can use to stand and calculate structures is just not possible. But still, this is we're talking about an ancient structure that I mean it could probably be more like 3 or 4 thousand years old to be honest. And I don't know, like I don't source every single one of these. I can't remember how old they are, but I mean the Greek Empire was is ancient. So 800 BC. But and like I don't even know if this is Roman or Greek to be honest, because Roman would be about 1,000 years sooner. I think most of this stuff is. This looks like it's AI. Still cool though. Wonder like whether or not I want to trust some of this stuff these days. Yeah, their aqueducts are pretty impressive. So like a Roman aqueducts, I mean these are just like really impressive. I think too is that yeah, and so it's almost like you didn't need to have if you built with stone and you built stuff that was built to last. It's almost like it makes your society so much more efficient that it can do bigger things. Like you don't need quite as much technology. Yeah. And also some of the ancient structures that if you look at them, um, I don't always, like I said, I'm not always the best at sourcing my material, but they just don't build stuff like that anymore. You know, they just don't. Dude, imagine going to one of those things and watching like a real, gladiator event or whatever. They were big shows. The inside the Coliseums were huge. They'd like replay battles and stuff. Right? But they probably had all kinds of events inside these too, right? I mean, they probably had kid events where they just like let lions eat each other. Who knows? Who knows? But some of these structures, I got a couple other ones that I thought were fun. And go. Do you ever watch? Do you ever watch this stuff? Is there any volume on this? Yeah, it is. I'll skip ahead a little bit. I don't. We don't need to watch all of it. Someone says it takes 6 months. I don't really know. If they really built it by hand, it probably did take them 6 months. Still dope though. I wouldn't want to use hand tools, but like I could totally see myself making a shed out of stuff from. I don't think he's milling his own shit. Maybe he is. He could. He could be. He could. Like I said, he could be. I don't know. I don't know. Cool video though. Yeah. I've watched a bunch of these. I'm gonna get more of them because it's like a hobby now. I like watch these, and there's so many good cheap ideas that you really can just like build down in the middle of nowhere. You're like, that's a really good idea. You really can do that. That's really useful. Like building a pizza oven would be hella easy. Just build a couple walls out of cinder blocks and just build a pizza oven into it. No, maybe not. If it's treated right, if he knows what he's doing. It's like who cares if these things are a little bit Hobbit house? I mean, they're built out of the ground around them. It's like so that's what the repairs are gonna take as well. You dig it up, go get some more rock. Sure, sure. I mean, all I'm saying is it is possible that he's just got a bunch of tools in a tent and going to town, but he gets her done. Makes a nice house. I want to get to the end. Let's see this house. Stove, maybe? Hearth? Yeah. Let's see it. So Russian. It's a big house. I don't know, not bad. Well, let's, I wonder. That's cool. I like those videos. Here's a fun one. Just watching this gives me the heebie-jeebies. Look at what he's on. Oh, it's like sagging. Look at that dirt is just like sagging underneath his. Ah. This is ridiculous. I just couldn't. I mean, they clearly know what they're doing. That is not a little excavator, you know, like. But. If you're good, you can save yourself, though, too. If you're good, you know how to bucket down and. Yeah. I mean, it's still nuts, though. Ugh. God damn. So far down. Yeah, I mean, just that rock letting go would like scare the shit out of the thing's huge. It was a big ass rock. Me too. Here we go. Here we go. Ah. That looks like a really heavy rock. I don't know, man. That thing is big. That drive. It does look like the camera's tilted about 6 or 7 degrees to the right. Oh, it doesn't ever show it. What a jerk move. What a jerk move. I'm gonna delete that. That is so mad. It makes me so mad. Yeah. Alright. It's probably just a slog fest. Yeah. But is it scalable? I do think it's scalable. I think sound's actually pretty cheap. Oh, you know what? I got a couple of fun ones for you. You want to see some fun ones? Gosh, there's this one I saw today. I really hope I can find it real quick. It is so much fun. Oh, here's a good one. I found the other one too. Right? Yeah. It's Hot Wheels going down a yeah. Right? I liked that. And you throw in a little Leonard Skinner. Quite the clip. I know, right? Makes you want to do it. Yeah, strap a GoPro to one. Oh gosh, I wonder if I have got. Hang on, I gotta. It's cool. Say that again. Oh sure. I think all the aliens know exactly what we're up to. Like they think they get a hoot out of. Oh, here's a good one. This is like almost not safe for work, but I have to show you. Oh no! I wouldn't show anything like that on my podcast. Totally safe for work. This is last year's World Championship run. They got 120 miles an hour. Head first. Yeah, something like that. Just huge butt. Just. Look at this shit. Nails it. Cool, right? Oh, this is another funny one. Found a couple of oldies. I'm just gonna let it play. You gotta tell me what you think. That kid did too much coke. He had some talent. Like, look at that kid. He could he could have been the white Tupac. Well, I guess it's probably better that he didn't. Right? And Tupac's dead. So I think right. Have you ever seen this guy? I think his name's Trevor Moore. Supposedly someone offed him in 2013 or something like that. So all these old videos that are coming out of him are like really old. Have you ever seen that guy? You haven't? Yeah, these are older videos. Um, he's like a total rabbit hole. But hang on, I'll see if I'm just going to play a portion of this clip. It's if I can find it. Maybe not. Actually, I'll do it another time. It's one that'll get me in trouble. But he did a bunch of those. There's a jeez. I'll have to find them all and put them in a folder because if you haven't seen them, it's like it's all meme fuel. Like yeah, like everyone's seen some of these clips. You know, it's where like a whole culture comes from. Yeah, and he was supposedly like this CIA. Um, like whatever you call that. I should know this MK Ultra victim or whatever. I'm trying not to get too weird, but you know what I'm saying. But anyways, um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I want to call the podcast. I want to do construction stuff. I want to do like Egyptian hieroglyphic stuff. I want to do Tartaria. You can come up with a new name though. I like the Tartaria stuff. Build. Honestly, we just do another like no nonsense one. Have you ever seen these maps before? Yeah, yeah, you've seen them. Okay, they're weird. All the Tartaria stuff's hella weird. What's this? Just turn the volume off on it. Uh, I'm. I've just got so much in this folder. It's the Tartaria stuff, but it's a lot of the like free energy kinds of stuff. You know. Um, it's more along the lines of the stuff that I'm curious about. I mean, I love ancient Civ stuff, but at some point I'm more interested in engineering and construction that's useful, like stuff that we could do, something we could build. I mean, can you build obelisks? You know, um, like where do these buildings come from? Where should we build them? Why did they get rid of all the bells? It's like a yeah, they're where did all the bells go? Where did all these gigantic structures that we used to build go? They're just everywhere. And this is like just post, pre-modern. There's also like talks about them using free energy and electricity, and there's like video footage. Yeah, but something. Yeah, but like I don't really care about that. Like I don't like I said I don't need to even talk too much about the conspiracy. More of just like where it comes from, like how to use it. Okay, but then so how? Ah, right. But what I'm saying is, if if we can talk about what I'm talking about in terms of naming the channel. Like I'm interested in talking about how to recreate it. I mean, maybe even taking some projects on like that, like what it is to recreate this stuff. Can we do it? There's some of these videos. Let me show you. Because this is kind of content that I can. Um, hang on, I have a. I mean, like. I want to find a couple of these videos I have. Hang on. Yeah. Okay. So like this stuff here. I like doing some of these. Um, yeah, sure. But, I mean, if you can do it and then you can scale it, you know, refine your process, then bring. I'm not really. I don't really care about that. I'm talking about more along the lines of as like a goal of the channel. Like, so, one thing. One thing I want to do is start writing scripts, and like you could write this kind of stuff. Like I could find some videos online, and forums, and try to do this shit. And I don't have to do one necessarily where I have to go find a bunch of fucking hard drives, but you know what I'm saying. I'm clearly not going to do it now, but I'm talking about in terms of the name of the channel. Like if we're gonna do stuff, I want to do and not even necessarily like, but like thinking about it. What kind of crazy technologies are there out there that we can we explore? Discussing. Well, I got a working name. You probably can't see it. I call it the weird stuff, but we can change that too. I can even just like add names. But no, I want to have some. Well, that's another thing too. Is right. Like once you start making channels, I mean, you can have as many channels as you want. Like you can just kind of like branch off. Like you don't have to keep a channel. You can just make a new one. So I mean, I don't want to do it too much. I don't want to. I want to stay some spot. But like this is you've seen. Have you seen this one before? This video. Like I've seen like I've seen this kind of stuff, and like yeah, but you could just use those. You can just like turn it into a lamp. Like I keep it in my house. Like and do something cool. I mean, theoretically, it lasts forever as long as as long as that um, copper can have the voltage going through it. I mean, will it ever heat up? Probably not. You know. Shit. I mean, you could even sell them. That's what I'm saying. That's what I want to do. And like some of these projects are simple. Like this is a pretty simple one. This is fun. This one looks fun. Fuck that. I'm not going into no opposite. No, fuck that. Opposite. Opposite. Going in to make it work. I don't want these to fail. I want them to work. So I want to like do a little research to no, like legit. Like I want them to work. So if there's some Yeah, like find out which ones are the most reliable. Like I don't want to like get fooled. Like, sure, yeah, yeah, all of that, exactly. There you go. There you go. Ooh, it gives me a name idea, which will be practical archaeology. Practical. Practical past. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm gonna wrap it up. It's getting late. Oh, one other thing I wanted to talk to you about. I want to change times. I don't. Sunday mornings are the time's too valuable. Plus, it's like you want to find a day that's like less busy for you. Like it could be morning, it could be evening, even. Um, um, I can't really. Just because Sunday's like the only day you always take off, huh? I don't know what I still like Sunday morning. I don't like Sunday mornings. I want. It's like. I do mornings. I just gotta take my kid. I gotta take. Like I can't do anything before like 8 o'clock because I have to get my kid to school. Um. I hear you. It's hard for me to come and get back. I mean, like I could do. The thing is, I feel like I couldn't get started until like 8:30, like reliably. Yeah. Because Monday through Friday, I just have to have that chunk of time from like between 7 and 8. I have to give it to my kid. I don't have a choice. I can always do evening. I can always do evenings. I can get the wife to help out with that. Our time differences aren't that crazy. What about something like what about something like Saturday night? Like after dinner though. I tend to eat pretty early though. Oh, I could always do it. I could always do it that early. Like I said, I because on the weekends I do have the wife, and I can have her. Oh, I don't either though. I mean, I want to like I even if I don't go to bed, like I want to be curled up in a blanket by 10 o'clock, like at the latest. I go to bed pretty early. I wake up real early. Like if I'm not in bed by 10 o'clock, I'm sure. But still, like I'd like to be done with the podcast by like 9 o'clock. Like I don't think I'd want to be much later than that. Like 9:30, be pushing it. Yeah. But the wife wants me on Sunday mornings, and maybe I could get a little bit more space too, to do it. And then maybe SK will be asleep, and he'll leave you alone for half an hour before. 'Cause I'm sure he's talking your ear off all the time. Because he's on that Florida schedule, so he's like 3 hours ahead. All right. Well, I am going to shut this sucker down and go put this on break.